Welcome back to Let's Play Guild Wars 2. So I kind of had a, I know I was supposed to be in Radasum, but I didn't want to go to Radasum because I had something I wanted, I had something I wanted to talk about real quick. And it's something I should have talked about a couple of episodes ago, but I did miss it, admittedly. Because I don't really check Reddits all that much. Any Reddit. The Guild Wars Reddit, the League of Legends Reddit, it's just not my, it's not my thing. Some of you might know what happened with a couple of writers at ArenaNet. If you don't know, basically what happened is, I believe the way it initially got started was a woman named Jessica Price, who was I would say a writer. She probably had some sort of official fancy name, but a custodian's a janitor in my opinion. Whatever her title was, she's a writer. She wrote scenes and whatnot for the story of the game. And she was on Twitter, and if I get a chance here, if I can get away from if I can get away from some of these enemies, I'll pull it up on my phone. I've got my phone sitting right next to me. But basically, she was talking about, I would say, the creative process that went into some of the writing for the game, which was kind of cool at first. And she was basically explaining how she doesn't believe that it was like stories in MMORPGs can be engaging or something like that, or she doesn't believe how they can work or something like that. It's quite frankly a kind of stupid opinion that, I mean, if this game isn't, because if this game, and I say it was a stupid opinion, that's my opinion. In my opinion, if this game isn't evidence that, let's pull it up right now, because there should be a few less enemies in this place. This is the right way, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go on Twitter. Jessica. I'm trying to find what her exact words were. Jessica Price.
Quickly.
Yeah, so she's on the ArenaNet narrative team. Let's see. No, where is it? Come on. Yeah, so basically she was saying she doesn't think it's possible for an MMORPG character to be compelling. So she doesn't think it's like Yavtel. It's possible for Yavtel to be compelling. Which is, I would say, a fair opinion, because I certainly don't think it's easy, but I think the protagonist in Guild Wars 2 is, I would say, suitably compelling. I think suitably is a good word to use. And basically, she had someone who was apparently a Guild Wars 2 YouTuber and has some sort of connections with ArenaNet. And he had basically said, I've got some disagreements. Oh, dude, I'm talking. I'm holding my phone. He basically said, look, I've got some disagreements, but I think this is a really cool thread, and it's really cool to see the insight. She took I have some disagreements as an excuse to flip her shit. And essentially, she basically tried to make it like a sexism issue. She was like, what was the exact tweet? Today, in being a female game dev, allow me, a person who does not work with you, explain to you how to do your job. Which is not what he did at all. He just kind of, he basically just explained why he perceived a small flaw in her reasoning. which I don't think was completely outlandish. Because if you look at this game, and if you look at how the story works, you could say the characters are compelling. You know, the protagonist of Guild Wars 2 is compelling. And she basically proceeded to then go on a whole rant about how this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't know, you know, has no place to tell her, he's invading, as she kept saying, invading her personal space. Nothing on Twitter is personal, like, at all. Like, there's nothing personal or private. I went totally right past Radasum. Huh. Like, I'm not sure what's personal or private about Twitter at all. Like, I don't think there's anything private about that app. It's not like Facebook in that sense, where I do think there is some privacy to Facebook, you know, until they sell it off to, you know, different companies. But, basically, she invited the conversation by bringing up how said things are done and her opinion on said things. And then she was like, you're invading my personal space, and you don't work at my job, and you have no place to tell me what to do. Which, like I said, he never told her how to do her job. He was never like, you need to do it like this, you stupid bitch. You know, he didn't say anything like that. You know, not even anything close to that. He was just kind of saying, like, you know, here's why I disagree. You know, obviously, if he did say something like that, it'd be a whole different situation. But he didn't say anything like that. Open. Oh, jeez. So basically, after another guy came to her defense, Peter Fries, and I'm calling him Fries, even though I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Fries. I don't care. He's Fries. But, he basically came to her defense, and he was like, well, to be fair, she never asked his opinion. Okay, so what? That gives her a reason to be a dick and try to, you know, make try to basically make an issue of him where there's no issue to be had? Like, that gives her the right to do that? Like, I don't see the logic in that. Where am I? Where did this bring me? This is not where I wanted to go. You know, it doesn't give her the right to do that. It doesn't... Yeah, it just... You know, in my opinion, a fairly unbelievable statement. Oh, she didn't ask his opinion. Well, do musicians ask for reviews of their albums outside of, you know, the review copies they send out? No. Do they get them anyway? Yes. Like, what... You know, do I ask anyone to tell me what they think about their videos? To my videos, not typically. Occasionally I do, but do I expect them and know it's possible I get those reviews? Yes. Like, I don't know what she was complaining about. Anyway, she got fired, and so did Peter Fries. And basically, she's now gone on a ginormous crusade to basically paint ArenaNet as some sort of unbelievably terrible sexist organization that she's ashamed. She told she told other women was a good organization. Yeah, I just basically spreading a whole bunch of lies because she's upset she got fired. You know, as much as she, you know, I'm not even mad I got fired. Yeah, yes you are. You're obviously very mad you got fired. Oh my god. You're obviously very mad you got fired by the way you're reacting. People who don't care that they got fired don't react like that. But, and now there's articles being published basically unconditionally agreeing with her. And look, I'll just go out and say, she was in the wrong. Like, completely. Like, she was not even close to the right. Like, she just completely in... Can I kill that thing over there? Oh my god, the daggers are hitting the things in front of me. She was just completely in the wrong. Like, she wasn't even close to being right. Okay, cool, I can go back here. And I want to talk about it because it wasn't a sexist issue. He didn't say anything to have to do with her being a woman. Her being a woman had nothing to do with it. He could have copy and pasted his exact response to her to a man if a man had said it, and it would have made equally amount of sense. An equal amount of sense. So hang on, let me make sure I'm going the right way. So should we do this thing? Should we see what this guy's dread? There's people here, so something's going on. Oh, is this the thing I've done already? Oh, it probably is. But I will give the fries dude some credit, because he seems to kind of be taking it on the chin, and while he doesn't exactly seem to think he's wrong, he hasn't been bashing his former company, in all his spare time, which is basically what Jessica's doing. But basically, the reason I want to talk about it is that, and maybe this will frustrate some people. She's wrong. She's just simply wrong. Not being clocked in, or not being, or it being your personal Twitter, is not an excuse to be rude to fans. In my opinion, whenever you start talking to fans, whether it's on Reddit, whether it's, on Twitter, whatever it is, you're essentially on the clock. If you work somewhere, and this can go for anyone, and you start talking about your business, you're on the clock. You're if you say something about where you work, even in normal life, and your boss finds out about it and he doesn't like it, he can fire you. That's how it works. The guy, Michael O'Brien, maybe? It was an Irish name. Obviously felt that the way she and Peter French Fries acted was wrong. So now he's catching all this shit, which most of the websites are agreeing with Jessica for some reason, that he's some sort of horrible dude and ArenaNet is a horrible sexist company. Which, if you actually take 2 seconds to read what she posted, she went on a ginormous rant. And I could literally spend an entire episode talking about it. She went on a ginormous rant of like 25 tweets or something like that. I guess to try and, likely convince herself that she's right, even though she's not. Like, it's just absolute lunacy. It's like you made a dire, dire mistake that, it was a fireable offense. It absolutely was. There was nothing, the dude did nothing wrong. I forget what his name, it was like Deror or something like that. He just said he thinks the constraints are within the way the game is, within the way the game works itself, meaning how living stories work and how, which is a totally fair, opinion. It's, it's certainly not outlandish or anything like that. But I just kind of wanted to get my 2 cents out there on it. I hadn't been asked about it. But in my opinion, the woman Jessica's completely wrong. And you almost can't really make an argument about her, especially because she's now going around bashing ArenaNet, trying to create sex. Actually, let me try to. Does anyone know who Stephen A. Smith is? On First Take, Stephen A. Smith is basically renowned for trying to make topics that have nothing to do with race about race. That's essentially what she did. This topic has nothing to do with actual sexism, and she's trying to turn it into something like that. If you understand what I mean, there was not once, her claiming, and then she started bringing up, she was referencing Gamergate. She was like, the wounds from Gamergate are just healing. She didn't explicitly say Gamergate, but it's pretty, she was referencing an event, which I think she said was about 3 years ago, which is obviously Gamergate. The wounds from Gamergate are just healing. Oh boy. Oh, wow. You haven't gotten over Gamergate yet? Like, no one likes to talk about Gamergate, sure, but you're still so gutted that Gamergate, like, affects you on a daily basis? Like, come on. Come on. Like, I know you're a woman in game design, but come on. Like, really? Just healing. Like, unbelievable.
If I manually access a terminal, I can set our biometric signatures to read as friendly in the defense matrix. I've equipped that clanking fossil over there with a class 4 defensive shield. This should be more than adequate to reflect those absurd ballistic defenses if we can maintain.
Just, I wanted to get that off my chest because it had been bothering me ever since I really found out about it. You know, because it's like, okay, look, maybe you were decent at your job, but you did something to get yourself fired. Okay, you don't have to, being bad at your job isn't the only way you can get fired. Yeah, it just so frustrating to me. I still can't believe it. Didn't ask her opinion. Didn't ask his opinion after she fucking posts it on her own Twitter account, addressing people.
Maybe I was a little dismissive with that absurd comment.
I've really tried to not get that mad about it,
Someone's going to
but
have to
God.
volunteer, but I'm what they call mission critical. I guess that means it's going to be you.
Where am I? Oh, this is like right where I wanted to be. Good. Good stuff.
Quickly.
What's over here? Northern Confluence Tunnel. Where does this lead me? Teku. Oh. Isn't that where this waypoint is? Yeah, it is. Cool. Where's that? I don't know where that is. That ain't the way. Let's go. Let's try this one. To the grub pit. Oh, well, something's going on here. New beetles hatched.
Nothing can bring me down.
I'm sorry that I've gone just almost completely silent, but I just trying to decompress here for a minute. It really makes me frustrated. It really does. And I already know some people might think to themselves, well, you're not a woman, so you don't understand. I don't have to be a woman to realize she did something wrong that obviously she can't accept or you know, come to terms with herself. Yeah, either man or woman, which I think is already exemplified by the fact that, you know, if French Fries was fired and if she was fired and French Fries wasn't, maybe she's got a point. Maybe she's got a point that this is something about sexism. But French Fries was fired too, who's a man. I'm gonna die. Someone please kill this thing. It gets me frickin' worked up, man. Really annoys me.
Now you be praised. Strong young people. Our colony of beetles is established. For now, rest.
Quickly.
Open up.
A fitting reward.
This is the upper level?
Quickly.
Apparently so. Really? That guy saw me? Leave me alone, please. Oh, there's a lot of dudes seeing me.
Getting healthier.
Yeah, you're immune to poison, you're not immune to whatever torment.
Fury is mine.
Oh, you're all gone now. You've all left me. I seem to actually possibly be getting somewhere right now. Oh yeah, there it is. Crap, that attracted everyone, huh?
Quickly.
It's not what I wanted. No, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you right now, bud. I don't want to fight you. You're big and scary.
Might makes me right.
I don't want to fight you without my thieves. Okay, got him. Okay. I'm gonna try and get that hero challenge. It's a challenge. I don't know what kind of challenge it is, but that's where I'm gonna end this episode. Kukumuru thanks you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.